Not just a wild Giratina appeared, the Distortion World's Giratina appeared. Even the text is inconsistent in this alternate dimension. Like with any battle against a legendary Pokemon, I highly recommend that you save before taking this on. Also, it is always worth your time to throw a quick ball at the beginning of any encounter just in the off chance that it somehow works. Giratina, with its amazingly cool type of Ghost and Dragon. Oh man, I thought I actually did it! Sorry. Giratina, with its unique Ghost Dragon type that is cool to even say is a downright aggressive Pokemon. Its origin form, what it is currently before us in, has 120 in both attacking stats, plus gets a 10% boost to Ghost and Dragon type damage. The ability Levitate and the natural immunities to fighting and normal also make it viable as a switch-in many situations. All around, it's just cool. And I'm trying to make it even cooler by phrasing it with my Ice Beam because that'd make it a lot easier to catch. As for moves, I hate to say it, but after the streak of compliments that I've just given it, it only learns one new move every 10 levels, and most of them are nothing to write home about. The moves it already has are what you're going to be sticking with for a long time unless you have TMs that you want to use on it. You also do not have access to this form right away if you are to catch it. If you capture Giratina, it will instead be in its altered form. This is the more defensive counterpart of the two. There's not much reason to use it now that the origin form exists once you get access to that form, of course. But yeah, there's not really much else to say that hasn't already been said about Giratina's origin form. It just swaps its offensive and defensive stats. Fortunately, that frozen status didn't last as long as I was hoping it would. I don't want to poison it, because it will inevitably go down if I do that. So I think at this point, I'm just going to try to do as much damage to it as I can. Again, this is going to be a little bit awkward to fight because of just how much damage it is capable of doing. A crit from this thing, as well as that ominous wind giving it all stats up, that can hurt. Vanished instantly. I think this turn, I'm going to switch out to Supernova. What is nice is that the move that it's doing right now, it reveals exactly what it's going to do next turn. Move Shadow Force is a Ghost-type move, basically an equivalent of Fly, but with much higher power. Now, what could I do here? Vanity is down, and I can't exactly use Ice Beam on it again. You guys don't really have any statuses that I'd want to inflict it with, so I think we're going to begin with throwing some Pokeballs here. This area is considered dark, so Dusk Balls are your friend. Timer Balls are great, of course, too, which is why I recommended them. And I do have a few oddballs right here that maybe if we're here for a while, I might give them a try, too. But I kind of don't want to go in with the mindset of trying to catch things in weird balls. I understand that it is funny when it does actually work, but if I'm always trying to make it happen, and that's all I ever do, it would get kind of boring. So instead, we're just going to try to make things happen the old-fashioned way. And if I feel like trying something different, maybe we'll give it a shot. Besides, it is better to use like a heal ball as padding for turns that'll make that timer ball all that much stronger whenever we resort to actually using it. Let's do this. Can't believe we got 3 shakes with that quick ball at the start of the fight. Would have been amazing if I got that. I have quick balled plenty of legendaries in my time though, so it does happen. Again, if you don't have faith in the quick ball, no, really give it a try against any legendary Pokemon that you will ever fight at any point in your life. Really, do it. No shakes at all that time. It's always kind of frustrating when it's just as weak as the other times in battle. You know, I just realized something. I know that Clefable loses its normal type for a fairy type in later games, but could you imagine if I could be both a normal type and a fairy type at the same time, just how ineffective this thing's moveset would be against me? It's actually kind of comical. I suppose another thing about Giratina that's worth bringing up is that if you're playing Diamond or Pearl, of course, as you would expect, you'd be fighting the version mascots of those versions instead of Giratina right now. You have it a lot easier if you're fighting Dialga or Palkia. They have catch rates of 30. Giratina has a catch rate of 3, making it on par with some of the toughest legendaries in the series, so this is definitely the hard mode. I'll say that much. On that note, if you're just trying to complete your Pokedex, all you have to do is really see Giratina here. We've actually already seen Dialga and Palkia as well. Just seeing them on the Spear Pillar when Cyrus summoned them counted as seeing them for our Pokedex, so it's all good there. If you are ill-equipped to fight Giratina, don't worry about it whatsoever. You can beat Giratina here today and get another chance at it at a later point. It's really weird, and I think this is the first time in the series that you've ever gotten a second chance on a legendary Pokemon, but it is the case. You can get another shot. Come on. Please don't. The fact that it has Ancient Power and Ominous Wind, that's kind of worrying. I've yet to try a timer ball. I don't want to do that. I suppose the subject of the Master Ball should definitely come up right now, just because it is something that you could do. I wouldn't recommend using your Master Ball here. I actually wouldn't. I think there are far better things that you can use your Master Ball on. Only if you're doing, say, like a challenge run, and you want to use it as an easy out so you don't have to fight Giratina and possibly lose Pokemon against it. That's probably the only thing that I would say it's really good for. Other than that, I think that about does it. You know what? Let's try a different ball. Let's try a Great Ball. See what that does for us. Come on. 1. I've probably had more instances in my life of Ultra Balls not working and then just trying a Great Ball at random and having that actually be effective. Supernova! You were hanging on really nicely. Where's those? I'll do Hyper Potion. I could actually use the additional health. For the difference in money that it costs between a Moo Moo Milk and a Hyper Potion, I know that I am basically spending, like, however many times more money for just 66 more HP of recovery, but against something like this that could easily crit me and knock me out, I think it is definitely worth it. Moo Moo Milks, I think, are better for in-between fight healing. Okay. So, let's go into our Pokeballs. Let's try... Oh, boy. Let's do the Ultra Ball. One. No. It has such an aggressive cry. Just every time it breaks out, it screams at you. I'm gonna give the timer ball another go. Nope, still not enough time has passed. Ooh, didn't think about that. Can I not throw a ball when it's vanished? Nope, can't. Supernova, I doubt you were complaining at all. Not only are you about to take 0 damage from its most powerful attack and just get to swagger around, but you are also going to get a nice, cold, refreshing glass of Moo Moo Milk this turn to restore your HP while I still can. Since this battle is clearly going to be waging on for quite a while, I see no reason to not just shut up and let you enjoy the awesome battle theme that is versus Giratina. Enjoy. Dusk Ball worked really well last time. Trying it again. Of course, it doesn't even shake at all. Got a good feeling about this one. Let's see if I'm right. I don't like you either. It's been a while. I've tried a few timer balls. I'm down to 20 Dusk Balls. Let's try it. Why not? Okay, Heal Ball. Let's see if you'll look fabulous in pink. 1, 2, 3! Down! What? I didn't think that would actually work. I was just doing it because, you know, the thing about Giratina is that it has Ancient Power, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Force. It has 3 of its 4 moves with only 5 PP. This is probably the most likely legendary Pokemon to have it run out of PP and struggle itself to death from having no PP for any of its moves. And I thought it was pretty much a lost cause at this point, so I did that, but... Well, Giratina, welcome to your new home. You existed in a world of darkness, banished for your violence, and now you have a frilly pink home and a heal ball. Man, and I called heal balls useless earlier in the series and said I might as well use them while I still can back when we were on Jubilife. Oh, how far we have come. Giratina seems to have understood us. That Pokémon, that shadowy Pokémon was captured, and in the most unlikely of ways. Your doing so means this irrational world will remain in existence. Does that make it impossible for me to create a new world? Even if I made new red chains, the new world can't be made. Why? What compels you to protect the two worlds? Is spirit, a vague and incomplete thing, so important to you? The places we are born, the time we spend living, the languages we speak. We are all different, but the presence of Pokémon unites us. We share our lives with our Pokémon, and our happiness grows as we all become greater than we were alone. That is why we can battle and trade with anyone we choose. Silence! Enough of your blathering. That's how you justify spirit as something worthwhile? That is merely humans hoping, deluding themselves that they are happy and safe. The emotions roiling inside me. Rage, hatred, frustration. These ugly emotions arise because of my own incomplete spirit. Enough. We will never see eye to eye. This I promise you. I will break the secrets of the world. With that knowledge, I will create my complete and perfect world. One day, you will awaken to a world of my creation. A world without spirit. Since there is sadness, we can feel joy. When there is anger, compassion is born. Let's go back home. The portal where Giratina was should lead back to our world. Giratina was written in legend as being on the other side of our world. It stands to reason that it has a link to the other side. Cynthia is just too darn cool. She really is. Cyrus speaks in philosophy, and she counters it by speaking in her own philosophy. This place, well, that was certainly breaking the mood. It's the Send-Off Spring. It's said to somehow lead to the great beyond, and Giratina was said to live in a world on the opposite side of ours. Oh, I'm sincerely sorry. It's very rude of me. Emil, you're incredible. You really are a fantastic trainer. Let me say this on behalf of all Sinnoh. Emil, thank you. Oh, that's right. You have to go tell Professor Owen. He was very worried about you. You should visit him in his lab. Indeed, we shall do that. We will, but not before we take care of something else first. I want to open up the town map to show physically where we are in Sinnoh because Giratina was so gracious as to drop us off in a strange domain of the dead that we have never even seen before. As you can see, we are right near Lake Valor and just south of Veilstone City. Even though the Spring Path or Send-Off Spring or whatever the town map calls it to contradict what Cynthia just said. Yeah, I know that they're two separate areas, but it calls all four of the squares the same thing even though they're not. This is basically thought to be the forgotten fourth lake of Sinnoh, and it is a new place that we have never been to, so I want to explore a little bit. There is a single solitary new encounter that you can obtain in the Spring Path, or Send-Off, whatever. You get the point. There is a single new encounter here, and I would like to go over that now, because if you're gonna have only one new encounter in a given area, it might as well be a good one. And this one is. Its name? Dusclops. In a lot of cases, I'm like, hey, remember that pre-evolution that we saw earlier in the adventure? Well, it's like that, only better. Not so with Dusclops. Has much higher stats, of course. It's at the point in its life where it actually gets helpful level up moves, which Duskull had trouble with being at such a low level. And it's just all around a really good tank. Only unfortunate thing is, it lost its ability of Levitate for pressure, and I don't know how to feel about that. I wish it kept Levitate. It's such a good ability, and it's so tanky. Only other thing is, we have the ability to make it evolve right away with the Reaper Cloth, though Dusknoir isn't the most necessary evolution in the way of tanking. It really only gains a sizable amount of attack. But that's not so bad, is it? Vanity grew to level 43, yet another power-up for the awesome Vanity. And I want to show this over here. This has always confused me. The Send-Off Spring is meant to be this land of the dead and passage into the afterlife and the domain of Giratina and this, that, and the other. Why the heck does it have a high diving board on it of all things? I'm probably being incredibly insensitive to some kind of Japanese tradition dealing with the dead just simply because I'm a stupid American and don't know anything about other cultures, but it's always been a standout thing that confused me. This is not, like, on the level of the water. I'm hitting A right now and I can't surf because it's below me. But, yeah, for whatever reason, there's a high diving board here. I mean, if you had a high diving board in the Land of the Dead, don't get me wrong, that would be a pretty awesome way to die, but I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe somebody can explain that to me. In all my research for the Okami Let's Plays and whatnot, I never came across anything like that. So, while we're going through here, even though there's only one new encounter, even if you're not planning on picking that up, there is some good stuff around here. This level 40 Staravia speaks volumes of the stuff that you can catch around here. If you need a final team member and you just haven't decided on one, or heck, maybe if you were just realizing, hey, you know, that Staraptor, that seems pretty nice right about now. You can catch a compensating leveled Staravia that'll evolve in just one level and have pretty much all its good moves accessible to it, so yeah, there is good stuff around here. And on that note, with its gropey hands animating right before us, sorry, I just find that incredibly amusing, it is time. Yeah, I said earlier in the series that I didn't want to catch a wild Duskull because at low levels it's not very useful. Its level up moves are bad for a long time, it has incredibly low stats, and it evolves very late. All those things are true. But after how many series in which I have neglected the Duskull line, wanting to use it on my team, and just ultimately deciding not to, I think it's high time that we do this. That we make Dusclops the 6th and final member of our team. I thought it would be kind of great making it think that this long-neglected Pokemon that I'd always wanted to use on a team in a series just wasn't getting used yet again, but having perfectly good reasons for catching it later on. Its animation really is just so amusing too. Oh, Pursue. Wow, Shadow Punch and Pursue. You got some pretty nice moves in you when immediately caught. I think I was right to wait on this, considering Shadow Sneak would have been pretty much my only option for attacking. Going for the Heal Ball just because I think it'd be kind of funny if Giratina wasn't the only powerful ghost type that we caught in a Heal Ball for one day. Besides, I think it's very funnily unfitting like the rest of my team, especially like Supernova. Please do not be like Supernova. I could really go for not having 2 members of my team that miss every dang turn. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do the Heal Ball once again. I'll just keep trying it. I don't really have any use for these Heal Balls, so I might as well just kind of dispose of them. And if they break, it's not really all that big of a deal. Probably should have done a Quick Ball in the first turn, but should have done a Quick Ball on the first turn indeed, yes! The lovely Vanity grows to level 44 in the intervening time, so I sure as heck am not complaining about this extra time spent looking for another Dusclops. Gotta look for those silver linings. I might be roaming the land of the dead for all eternity, but I have a powerful Milotic while doing it. There you are! I hope you don't take it personally that I drove your brother to suicide, quite frankly. Please don't. If I get the freeze on the first turn, that would be lovely. It would make up for Giratina defrosting in only its 1 turn of being frozen earlier. Yes! Oh! Again, I didn't use the Quick Ball first turn, but this could be just fine, actually. Let's do it. Try using this. 1. Really? Can't catch a frozen Dusclops statue. Then again, how would you have a frozen ghost after all? I don't think they're really physical and thus don't have any sort of bodily fluids that you could freeze. Let's try... or can't use that Quick Ball, unfortunately. I really wish I remembered to do so, though, but just in the moment, I was just so eager to attack it. What do I have that I wouldn't really use? Try the Great Ball. I think that's a nice looking one. Not trying to use odd balls just for the sake of using odd balls, but I just was kind of thinking it'd be kind of nice if we had some Pokeballs that look visually nice with the Pokemon, or maybe were things that you wouldn't expect, because I like Supernova's Pokeball animation a lot. It's fantastic just having that black hole come out and everything like that. It's just this pink, happy, smiling thing, and it just comes out of this swirling vortex of terror. I'm gonna on purpose not lower it below half its HP, and I guess I don't really mind all that much if Vanity faints right here. I'll do the heal ball just because I'm waiting for it to do curse more or less, and I might as well take the chance to try to catch it with something that's less expensive before I really break out the big guns. Okay, no heal ball for me on this Dusclops, but that's okay. Anytime you can do curse, that'd be really nice. 1, 2. Screw it, let's just go for the Ultra Ball, because it's not ever going to do curse, and it can't humor me with anything. It just really must take it personally what happened to its brother. Yes! Okay, so you don't go down. Red health. And now, the Ultra Ball would look really nice on it, I think. As with actually the Timer Ball matches its color scheme really nicely. You have the gray, you have the black, and you have the red. Let's do that. I think that would look really cool. Yeah, it does. Like, this ball just screams Dusclops to me. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Click! And now to go to the Pokemon Center in Veilstone City and see what a horrible nature this thing has and make me want to go catch a third one. Let's see. Or second one, I didn't catch the first one. It seeks drifting will-o'-the-wisps and sucks them into its empty body. What happens inside is a mystery. It beckons you. Also, it doesn't physically exist and weighs 67.5 pounds. How does that work exactly? So you're getting transferred to the PC, and I just realized something. I think that means that the send-off spring actually has no items in it. I was using the dowsing machine while I was looking around for a Dusclops, and yeah. Right around here is where it loops around. This is the spring path, not that whole area of 4 map squares like the map is wanting us to believe. Here's Route 214. I don't have the ability to fly, so I guess whether we like it or not, we're going up here and just seeing what nature we got. Adamant nature, dude! Likes to run. I've been saying dude a lot lately, but I think it's very warranted. Just wow! Likes to run. I'm pretty sure that means that its best IV is speed, but I will gladly take an Adamant nature Dusclops. Just wow! Doesn't get much better than that. Let's see what moves you've got. You got Pursuit, Curse, Will-O-Wisp, and Shadow Punch. Not a bad starting moveset whatsoever. So, with this Adamant Dusclops, caught in a Timer Ball, likes to run, likes spicy food, you have all these characteristics right in front of you, has pressure for its ability. It came holding a Cassib Berry, so it's very welcome in my team of berry farmers. See, it was meant to be, it truly was. Also, it is a male. I would like you to suggest, through hashtag ChuggaPlatinum on Twitter, or on the comments of this video, a nickname for the Dusclops. For now, though, it's just gonna sit in our PC, because I need the 6th spot for Tropius right now, and we're not exactly gonna be doing any fighting. I think we've done enough of that for one day. Let's go and get our congratulatory constipated stare out of Professor Rowan, or whatever he gives us. Alright, Rowan, what have you got for us? I don't know why I suddenly have an indiscernible accent. Oh, whoa! He knew I was coming. Clearly, right in my face. You leave me speechless! You've done it! You really have done it! Never has my heart pounded this hard for so long in my 60 years of living. The professor did a lot of checking up after you left. He was really worried about you, Emil. He contacted acquaintances looking for help, and... Emil, I'm glad to see you're safe. Welcome back. Oh yes, there was something I had to tell you. The 3 Pokemon of the lakes appear to have returned to their homes. So tell me, how are things for you? The Pokédex? A total of 166, and the number of badges? Well, you've got 7 already. That only leaves Sunny Shore's gym. You've come this far. Why not obtain Sunny Shore's badge? Yeah, why not? You know, I'm 7/8 of the way to being a Pokemon Master. Why not go the extra 1/8 of the way? And yeah, why not challenge the Pokemon League while I'm at it? I'll broaden my horizons. I will be awesome in that way. And of course, he's just happy because it benefits his research. Oh yes, Emil. If you see Cynthia, please give her my best regards. So I was thinking, those Pokemon you met, Emil, were they the ones said to be the creators of the Sinnoh region? A rather interesting question that we will not be hearing the answer to today. Because I think that's enough adventure for one evening. next time on Pokemon Platinum. We are going to get our Dusclops Prime for battle, and then we are gonna go see the Pokemon of the Lakes in their domains. See you guys then. I don't usually talk in these end slates, but can I just say how funny it is that Rowan refuses to rate my Pokedex even though he's right next door, but if I email him on the PC, he'll do it here?